Hey there, fellow chess enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of chess. I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we explore exciting games, analyze strategic moves, and uncover the secrets behind the mind-boggling chessboard battles. So grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and get ready for some chess fun. Today, we have a thrilling chess encounter between Iquan_Nazir, playing white, and Analog Aaron, playing black, on chess.com. We have an exciting game ahead, filled with strategic decisions, tactical maneuvers, and an intense endgame battle. So let's dive right into the action. 1. E4. The game starts with a classic opening move, asserting control over the center of the board. 1. A6. A somewhat unusual response, known as the St. George defense. Black aims to develop their pieces harmoniously, preparing for future plans. 2. Nf3. White follows the principle of developing the knights before advancing the other pieces. 2. E6. Black chooses a solid setup, creating a strong pawn structure and opening lines for the dark squared bishop. 3. D4. D5. Both players are actively contesting the center, striving for piece activity and control. The French defense, St. George defense, is a unique and intriguing chess opening that offers an alternative approach for black against white's 1. E4. This opening, characterized by the move 2. A6, seeks to disrupt white's plans and create an unconventional pawn structure. The St. George defense, also known as the French defense advance variation with 2. A6, serves multiple purposes in black's strategy. Firstly, it prevents white from occupying the b5 square with a potential pawn advance. Secondly, it provides a flexible square on a7 for the development of the queen's bishop. After 1. E4. E6, white typically responds with 2. D4, establishing control over the center and preparing to develop their pieces. Black then plays 2. A6, indirectly challenging white's central control and preparing to develop the bishop to b7. Finally, white continues with 3. Nf3, solidifying control over the e5 square and preparing to develop the remaining pieces. The St. George defense is a hypermodern opening, emphasizing control of the center from a distance rather than immediate pawn occupation. Black's aim is to create a solid foundation and develop their pieces harmoniously while keeping flexibility for future pawn breaks and counterattacks. This opening can lead to diverse middle game positions where both sides have unique strategic possibilities. Black can focus on counterattacking the central pawns or launching a pawn storm on the queen side. White, on the other hand, can exploit the potential weaknesses in black's pawn structure and seek to establish a strong presence in the center. The French defense, St. George defense, offers an exciting and unorthodox path for black players who wish to deviate from more traditional French defense lines. It challenges white's preconceived notions and invites strategic battles where creativity and adaptability play crucial roles. By understanding the ideas and principles behind the French defense, St. George defense, players can broaden their repertoire and add a touch of unpredictability to the games. Embrace the uncharted territories of this opening, explore the possibilities it presents, and discover new dimensions of chess strategy. Continue to the game. 4. E5. White pushes their pawn, solidifying their presence in the center and restricting black's pawn breaks. 4. Nc6. Black brings out the knight, reinforcing the d5 pawn and preparing to challenge white's central control. 5. Bd3. In G7. A flexible move by black, reinforcing their knight on e7 and paving the way for further development. 6. Nc3. B5. White's knight retreat to c3 allows the b2 pawn to be defended. Meanwhile, black expands on the queen side, potentially gaining space and aiming to develop their bishop. 7. OOB flat 7. White castles kingside, securing the king's safety, while black develops their bishop to a more active square. 8. Bf4. White chooses a prophylactic move, preventing the pin of their knight and preparing for future maneuvers. 8. Nb4. Black develops their knight, eyeing the c2 square and potentially targeting white's weakened pawn structure. 9. B2. Nf5. White's light squared bishop retreats, creating room for the knight to maneuver. Meanwhile, black continues their piece development, preparing for possible central pawn breaks. 10. Bg5. B7. An interesting decision by black, inviting a bishop exchange and potentially weakening white's pawn structure. 11. Bxe7 Qxe7 White accepts the exchange, resulting in symmetrical pawn structure. Black's queen knight is now off the board, influencing the dynamics of the position. 12. A3 nc6 White advances their pawn, provoking Black's knight to retreat once again. The tension in the center remains unresolved. 13. Bd3 nfxd4 A tactical blow by Black, sacrificing a knight to disrupt White's pawn structure and open lines for their pieces. 14. N2 nxe5 Black continues their aggressive play, capturing another pawn and applying pressure on White's position. 15. F3 qg5 White's king knight takes a step back, ensuring its defense. Meanwhile, Black puts pressure on White's g2 pawn, exploiting potential weaknesses. 16. B2 nxe2 White's bishop retreats, seeking to maintain piece harmony, and Black follows with a knight exchange, simplifying the position. 17. Qxe2 d4 Black's central pawns advance, increasing their influence and creating potential threats. 18. nce4 qh5 White's knight challenges Black's central outpost, forcing it to retreat. Black maintains the pressure, eyeing the h2 square. 19. nc5 bc6 An interesting move by Black, defending the pawn on c5 while keeping the position flexible for further plans. 20. In day 4 bd5 White's knight takes a step forward, improving its position, and Black continues their piece development, preparing for the middle game complexities. 21. ng3 qg5 White's knight forks Black's queen and bishop, forcing a trade of queens and easing the tension on the board. 22. f4 qg4 A tactical counterblow by Black, pinning White's knight and targeting potential weaknesses. 23. qxe5 bc4 White's knight is immune to capture due to the pin, but Black's bishop challenges it, aiming to exchange off a key defender. 24. rfp100 White's rook occupies the open e-file, enhancing its potential and preparing for the upcoming endgame phase. Meanwhile, Black castles kingside, solidifying their king's safety. 25. qxc7 rack 8 The dynamic move by Black, activating the rook and eyeing White's vulnerable pawns. 26. qd6 rfd8 White's queen defends the pawn, ensuring its safety. Black reinforces their rook's position, doubling on the d-file. 27. n7 h5 White's knight makes a remarkable journey to d7, eyeing potential mating opportunities. Black pushes their pawn, creating counterplay and aiming to open lines. 28. qxd4 bd5 White's pawn takes away the defender of Black's king, creating a double attack on h7 and forcing Black to respond. Meanwhile, Black's bishop targets the vulnerable d4 pawn. 29. ne5 bar 8 White's knight moves away from danger, preserving its presence and potential. Black's bishop retreats, defending the e7 pawn and keeping an eye on White's king. 30. qe third 1 White's queen move adds more pressure, threatening a decisive invasion. Black's rook jumps to d1, attacking White's exposed pieces. 31. nxg4 hxg4 White willingly sacrifices their knight, unleashing a tactical shot. Black accepts the challenge, capturing the knight, and both sides experience material imbalances. 32. Rext 1 rxc2 White's rook infiltrates Black's position, wreaking havoc on the weakened 7th rank. Black counters by launching their rook to c2, applying pressure and aiming for counterplay. 33. nh5 rxg2 White's knight returns with a check, forcing Black's king to the center. Black's rook delivers a powerful check on g2, seizing the opportunity to disrupt White's king's safety. 34. qd4 rxh2 White's queen unleashes a check, keeping Black's king on the run. Black's rook retreats, seeking safety while maintaining the initiative. 35. kf1 rxh1 White's king moves away from checks, avoiding potential mating threats. Black's rook delivers another check, striving to keep the attack alive. 36. qxg7 A brilliant checkmate by White. With a decisive queen sacrifice, White concludes the game in a spectacular fashion. What an exhilarating battle we witnessed today. Both players showcased their tactical prowess, strategic understanding, and the ability to seize opportunities. The endgame saw a flurry of tactics and a race for the opponent's king, ultimately resulting in a beautiful checkmate. This game serves as a testament to the complexity and excitement that chess has to offer. Lesson from the game. Equine_Nazir vs Analog Aaron. In this game, we witness a brilliant display of strategic planning and tactical precision by Equine_Nazir. One of the key lessons we can learn from this game is the importance of proactive piece development and exploiting weak points in the opponent's position. Lesson 1. Early pawn advances. The move 1. E4 by Equine_Nazir demonstrates the significance of controlling the center right from the beginning. By occupying the central squares, White establishes a strong foundation for future attacks and opens up avenues for piece development. Lesson 2. Punishing passive play. Black's move 2. E6 followed by 3. D5 might seem like a solid setup, but it allows White to dictate the pace of the game. White takes advantage of Black's slow development and gains more space on the board, limiting Black's options and potential counterplay. Lesson 3. Exploiting pawn weaknesses. White's pawn advances with 4. E5 and 5. E5 create pawn islands in Black's position, isolating Black's pawns and restricting their mobility. White effectively uses this structural advantage to control key squares and limit Black's piece activity. Lesson 4. Centralizing the pieces. Equine_Nazir carefully develops the pieces to active squares, maximizing their potential. Moves like 5, bd3, 8, bf4, and 13, bd3 demonstrate the importance of centralizing the pieces, coordinating their efforts, and preparing for future maneuvers. Lesson 5. Tactical opportunities. The game features several tactical sequences, such as 17, QE2, exploiting a pin on the e-file, and 22, F4, attacking Black's queen and unleashing an onslaught on the weakened position. These tactical shots highlight the importance of being alert to tactical opportunities and calculating variations accurately. Lesson 6. King safety. White castles early on, ensuring the safety of the king while simultaneously preparing for a potential kingside attack. This move illustrates the importance of securing the king's position before embarking on aggressive actions. Lesson 7. Exploiting open files. White's rook infiltrates Black's position with moves like 26, N7 and 32, Rext 1, utilizing open files and putting pressure on weak points. This strategic maneuvering allows White to maintain control and increase the pressure on Black's position. Lesson 8. Capitalizing on mistakes. Throughout the game, Equine_Nazir seizes every opportunity presented by Analog Aaron's inaccuracies. By staying vigilant and capitalizing on mistakes, White gradually increases the advantage and eventually delivers a checkmate. Overall, this game teaches us the importance of strategic planning, exploiting weaknesses, tactical awareness, and maintaining pressure on the opponent. The combination of well-coordinated piece play, solid pawn structure, and calculated tactical blows leads to a decisive victory. By incorporating these lessons into our own games, we can enhance our chess understanding and improve our overall performance on the board. And that's a wrap, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this chess adventure as much as I did. If you have any games you'd like to share or analyze, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to leave a comment below or reach out to me through our social media channels. Remember, chess is a game of endless possibilities, and together, we can learn, grow, and improve our skills. Until next time, keep playing, keep exploring, and keep enjoying the beautiful game of chess. Take care, and see you in the next video.